Hello everyone, I am Split Planet, and we are going to start a new series, my Antimatter Dimensions series, where we play Antimatter Dimensions. Now, before we get started, I would like to say that Antimatter Dimensions is an incremental game. It's mostly just watching numbers go up. So, if you do not like watching this kind of content, where numbers just go up and that's all that happens, then, don't watch this video. Luckily for you, though, even if you don't like this content, but you still want to see big numbers, I will be pausing the recording every once in a while when we get to a really slow part. But, like, the nice thing is here, I have a little part up here that shows the time, so you can see how long the pause was. If you want to know how long whatever just happened actually took. Anyway, I have this little recording software over here because my phone doesn't have a screen recorder for some reason, but we're just going to leave it up here. Anyway, before we actually start playing, I will use the settings. This is not the first time I have played this game. In fact, I have another save already. If I go to select save, I can show you, but I'm not going to because even if it's an incremental game, I don't spoil things. What is it? Where is it up here? Okay, bottom symbols. So these are now symbols. Anyway, let's actually get started. So, first dimension. We gotta start somewhere. Anyway, at some point, we will need to turn on the news ticker. You may not know what I mean by that, but you will eventually. The reason this is because much later in the game, this is the achievements page, by the way. Much later in the game, you need to have 13 rows of achievements, and one of the achievements is for encountering 50 different news messages, and you can only get it by like the news messages are in the news ticker. So anyway, let me show you around a bit. If you don't know how this game works, basically you buy first dimensions, which produce antimatter. You can buy second dimensions, which produce first dimensions, and yeah. Now, let me show you around a bit. These are the dimensions, but you already know that. There's also dimboosts and galaxies, antimatter galaxies. And our main goal for this video is probably to get to our first dimboost. But here are the achievements page. I already showed you this. There's also secret achievements. I got this one by, like I started recording. It pauses the game while it starts recording. So it says, while you were away, blah, blah, blah. You get this one by, just clicking on it. There's this one, which you get by looking at the stats page for 10 minutes. So I won't do that on camera. I mean, unless you guys want to watch me stay on the stats page for 10 minutes. Speaking of the stats page, this is the stats page. I don't know why it tells me the amount of time I've played for and the time our save was created are as separate things, even though they should be the same, even though for some reason they aren't. Anyway, let's get these already. But yeah, you may notice that we have more first dimensions, and then the third dimension will produce second dimensions, blah, blah, blah. It goes on. Now, you may notice the dimension boosts. Now, when we're talking about antimatter dimensions, usually we abbreviate it to just dimboost. Even in the actual game. Yep, that's the achievement. Okay. Yeah. I guess that one says dimension boosts, but, yeah, our goal for this game is to get to infinity. Yep. Get to infinity. I accidentally clicked on that. So the only rule I have for this series is that I can't do anything outside of the videos. Like, I can edit the videos or just, like, pause the recording to cut some stuff out that is just pure boring. Because the first time I tried doing this, it took me, like, 30 minutes, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna want to watch that. So yeah. Now, how long has it been, anyway? 5 minutes. I'm very impatient. Okay. Now, there are some things I still haven't explained, like antimatter per second is pretty simple. It's the amount of antimatter you get per second. Tick speed is how fast the game goes, basically. And the by 10 multiplier is how much the production multiplies every time we buy 10 of something. That does not go for, like, generating 10 of something. So you may notice that the first dimension has only a 2 times multiplier. Technically, it's 2.19 times, but we'll get to that. Even though we have, like, almost 600 of it. And even if we buy 9, because, like, a total of 10 is what you need. The reason it's 2.19 and not 2 right now is because the achievements give you a small multiplier, so. Anyway, I'll probably see you in a few minutes, because I'm pretty sure our wait until the 4th dimension is a pretty long one, so. Yeah, I'll be back. Okay, I think I overestimated. That was like 1 minute. Anyway, 4th dimension. Yep. Slowly gonna get... I didn't mean to click that. Slowly gonna get faster and faster. Should I buy tick speed? Or should I buy 4th dimensions? I'm gonna go for tick speed and then a 4th dimension. I know 2nd dimensions are there too, trust me. Trust me, I know about them. Okay, so, we're getting more 4th dimensions. So, for the dimension boost, which is our main goal of this video, we need 20 4th dimensions. And, most of the wait last time came from getting from 10 to 24th dimensions. Because you can notice it's 1 trillion. So, I will be back when we hit like 900 billion. Okay, guys, I think it's been about 10 minutes. I haven't been keeping track. Lol. But we are getting closer. Oh yeah, over 10 billion antimatter per second. Yeah, we got lots of achievements. Oh, I should have just looked at the stats page during that for the secret achievement. You don't get. Remember how I mentioned you get boosts from the achievements? It feels like a while ago because in reality it's been like 10 minutes. Secret achievements don't give you those. Like, you don't get boosts from that. I just want them. Tick speed. Sorry, I was just looking at something. Come on. 20 billion antimatter per second. See, I call 20 billion rookie numbers, because I've done things on my other save. A lot of things. Also, you may notice that I'm pretty sure next time I come on here, it'll say, like, while you were away, blah, blah, blah. But you may notice, like, it says how my antimatter increased from this number to that number. If I, like, leave the game and come back. And you may notice that instead of it saying, like, your antimatter went from 1 trillion to 10 trillion or something, it may say something like, your antimatter went from 1.1 trillion to 10 trillion. Because, like, when I get off of this, I do it in the app, so there's a tiny bit of time where it is still running. So I get a tiny bit more antimatter while off camera. But I tried to minimize that because, as I said, I don't do anything outside of the videos except for, like, switching my save back to the other one. Because I believe I did mention this, but, like, this is, like, the 5th time I mentioned it. Like, I do have that other save that I've been playing on. I'm much farther into the game. Oh, and also, if you're wondering how, like, 3 trillion is already 4% of the way to antimatter, no, not antimatter, to infinity, it's because the progress bar is logarithmic. I'm not sure, like, if you don't know what that means, firstly, I'm gonna teach you. Secondly, don't worry. It's fine. Logarithmic basically means that, like, freaking bad at explaining things. How do I explain what logarithmic means? Basically, logarithmic means it's faster at the beginning, but slows down. Think about a graph. Like, it starts with, like, a pretty good upward curve, but then it flattens out. Anyway, we're almost there, I think. Wow, I unpaused this recording 4 minutes ago thinking we were close to the dimboost. Meanwhile, we were waiting 4 minutes. I didn't mean to click that. Oh no, what am I doing? Although it's almost half the time I spent during the pause, I think. Anyway, it is time to get a dimension boost. I will start this. Now you may notice, we get more. Firstly, we unlocked the 5th dimension. But we also got a 2 times multiplier. And that is where I will leave it off for today. I might do a little bit more things in here, but then I'll end the video. But yeah, that's episode 1 of Antimatter Dimensions. I hope to see you in the next one. It probably won't even be 24 hours, because you want to know how good my sleep schedule is? That's right. The reason I didn't give an answer is because you can't answer something that doesn't exist. Yeah, I say we just get these second dimensions, and we're good. So I'm gonna end the video on the options page, because that's where I switch to my save. My other save, not this save. I only have one other save. Okay. Now, you may notice that when we come back, we will have a lot more antimatter. I did mention this because there is the while you are away screen. The way a lot of incremental games work, while you're offline, either it does nothing, or it simulates what it would be like if it was still running. But you're not there to buy the upgrades. So if you just let it sit for 12 hours. Now, of course, on my other save, I don't let it sit for 12 hours because that's not the one I use for this. I let it sit for probably about 5 unless I sleep, which I usually don't. That is a joke. It is not really a joke, but it's kind of a joke. I get a lot less sleep than I should. I will say that. Anyway, I dragged this on a lot longer than I meant to. I said we'd get to second dimensions after the dim boost, and look where we are. We're getting third dimensions right now. For real this time, I'll just max out the third dimensions. Well, not max out, but yeah. So yeah, thank you for watching my video on my small channel. And I don't know if I ever mentioned my name. Yeah, this is the Split Planet. Hopefully signing off. Don't drag this on any longer. Split Planet, don't, I just had my mouth. That's unrelated.